Hey guys, this is tripped over today, and call me Charlie Chaplin. Now we're going to talk about a fantastic book about planes, islands, but most importantly, about flies, little buzzing things. Today we're going to be talking about the Lord of the Flies. Now, the Lord of the Flies begins where a plane crashes on an island with several children between the ages of about 6 to 12, and they're trapped on an island in the Pacific Ocean. Now the fun part about this story is that this story takes place during World War II. So when the children are having their little fun and all their hierarchy business, the outside world is fighting for dominance, for power, and for life itself. And that's besides the point. So as the children are trapped on the island with no adult supervision, they gradually find their social places. There is Piggy, and as his name determines, nobody likes him. He is the hated boy of all the boys. If you're Piggy, well, sucks to be you. Then there's Ralph. Now this boy, he's like, I'm gonna take charge. He finds the symbolic conch shell and becomes the chief of the boys. Another major player in the book is Jack, the leader of the choir boys. Now, Jack and Ralph oppose each other several times in the aspect that Ralph believes in escaping the island, where Jack chooses to accept the fate that has been bestowed upon them. And this is when the story truly becomes interesting. They decide to explore the island. At the top of the island, they find a little cliff. So they decide, let's build a fire. But Jack is like, no, I want to hunt pigs. Ralph is like, whatever, just build this fire, maintain it, and there will be no issue. And Piggy's just around with Ralph. He's like, Ralph, please, Ralph, listen to me, Ralph. I just want to be cool, Ralph. Ralph ain't having it. I mean, he listens somewhat to Piggy, but let's be honest. You can't like a boy named Piggy. And he's bitching about how his granny owned a candy shop, which explains why he's so large. But I'm getting off task here. Anyways, as time goes by, a decent amount of time goes by, the boys start to become savage themselves. They become the true savages. Now, a key player in the story that I forgot to mention is a boy named Simon. He's sort of like the spiritual Jesus figure in this tale, who works with Ralph, helps him build shelters. And these three of them begin to form a confidant. Then there's Jack, who's doing his own thing. And when his job is to maintain the fire, he runs off and kills a pig. The fire goes out, and everyone's like, oh my Jesus, gosh. Oh, the fire. But Jack's like, hey, I got a pig, guys, come on. So Ralph is pretty pissed off. Piggy's like, meh, squealing. And Simon's just chilling. I mean, he's pretty chill. Jack brings out the pig, the blood and the gore, and it excites all of them. And they're sort of like these bloodthirsty boys. This is when a ship goes by. Guess what? No fire to signal them. Jack gets pissed off. He's like, well, you know what? Kill the pig. Punches Piggy right in the face. Breaks one of his lenses with glasses, and he's like, meh. Piggy just runs away squealing like a pig. So things aren't good. I mean, life goes by. Everyone forgets about the incident. Forgets about the boat, the pig hunt. This is about the time when a dead man comes floating to the island, Mary Poppins styles, and lands by the fire. This is like a dead pilot just floating on in, Mary Poppins style, like I said, just lands up there, and everyone's like, oh my god, it's a monster. And the boys begin a massive hunt to kill it. They get up there, and they flip out, and they're like, no, monster, no! And they run off. And so, well, and there's Simon. He's like, I don't believe this. I don't believe it at all. He sort of goes off and he just sort of contemplates life. And you know, this is when Jack and Ralph go to the top of the island. I mean, they're like, oh my god, it's a monster, and they just run off. And they're like a good, not even that far away. They're like a good 3 foot away from the monster. They run off. So this is where Jack sort of decides that Ralph shouldn't be chief anymore. I mean, fuck. He's like, I killed a pig. God damn it, Ralph is nothing compared to me. He's like, I'm gonna go kill some more things, more pigs. And him and most of the older kids, the choir boys, run off. They kill some more pigs. And I mean, they like, it's like a fat mother pig. They do it like, the scene is like described as a rape scene. It's gross. I pray they didn't rape the pig. Cut off its head, they jam it in a stick, and it's like, that's pretty good. Anyways, Simon's just sort of laying in this little clear area, and he's tripping. Like, he's freaking out, he's tripping balls. And this is like where this massive amount of flies appears to him. And it's like, I am the Lord of the Flies. Simon's like, oh my Jesus, God. And that's sort of where the story reveals that sort of the inner monsters within the kids themselves. That they are the monster. So this is where Simon's like, oh God, this isn't good. He's getting a bloody nose. He passes out. He's sweaty, gross, covered in blood and all that gross things. He's like, I'm going to go up to that mountain. He goes up, sees the dead body. He's like, nope. Just staggers down. And this is where he gets down to the mountain. And like, all the kids are just sort of chanting around the pig body. Ralph, Piggy, all of them are just having a big old feast party. They're having a fun time. And this is when Simon stumbles down there into the little giant party. They're having fun. They're having a good time. It's like a fraternity party here. And what do? They're like, hey, Ralph. They beat him to death. All the kids just full beat poor Ralph to death, He tries to tell him about the beast, but he's just beaten down. They jab him. Poor little Ralph. Poor little Simon. He just sort of drifts out to sea. His poor little dead body. And you know what? The wind just carries off the dead body of the parachute man, and Ruff and Piggy, they're like, we didn't kill Simon, did we? And they did. They beyond a doubt did. But whatever helps you sleep at night. This is where things just go downhill. Jack's crew attacks Ralph and Piggy. They steal Piggy's glasses, make fire on their own. Ralph and Piggy are like, you know what? These motherfuckers are savages. Ralph and Peggy just go to confront Jack. They're like, we have stuff to talk to you about. Bam. One of the kids pushes Boulder. Bam. Piggy's dead immediately. Slammed him to death. Poor Piggy. I don't feel bad. They don't feel bad. You shouldn't feel bad. Because nobody likes being a piggy. Not even Piggy himself. So if it's like Ralph is running for his life, he's like, oh my God. He's like, I'm gonna end up head on a stick soon if I can't get out of here. Everyone's like chasing him down, and this is where, like, things get serious. He gets to the beach. He runs into an officer of the British Navy. Full out, just rams into him. He's like, what are you boys doing here? And they just full out bawl and cry. They're like, oh God, I'm sorry. They're crying, all baby caked. They're like, okay, we'll take you home, kids. There's nothing to fear anymore. So what did Lord of the Flies teach us? First of all, don't be a lord of the flies. Just be a lord in general. Secondly, deep down within everyone, there lies a true savage. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did. Good night.